The trail of destruction spreads across territory formerly held by ISIL, an enemy often proven to be elusive, if not for the clues left behind among the rubble that revealed the military power of the group.
There is no doubt that ISIL was more powerful than us at the beginning. They had American-made equipment abandoned by the Iraqi army like tanks and Humvees. They have Russian-made weapons that they brought in from Syria.
But Iraqi and Peshmerga forces have also uncovered large amounts of weapons produced by the group itself. A team of experts from the Conflict Armament Research have been gathering information about ISIL's firepower.
So you have a lot of indirect fire, unguided munitions, mortar rounds and rockets that we've seen in a lot of other theaters, but here we've seen them making their own versions of it. So at first glance from a few meters away, a lot of this stuff looks like it comes out of a factory in other countries that we know of, but in reality it's actually a lot of it's homemade.
Like these 120mm mortar rounds, complete with a date of production, or these rockets made out of metal pipes and gas cylinders, usually filled with explosives or chemicals such as chlorine. Homemade weapons and ammunition are not something new. They've been used in many conflicts throughout the world. What's different here is the extent of this production. In every village, town, and even in the neighborhoods of Mosul that have been recaptured so far, the soldiers have found stockpiles left behind by the ISIL fighters, and they also found often factories. These are roadside bombs complete with their trigger planks. They look rusty but inflict great damage. We found them in a village where ISIL had a base in what appears to be a training center for new recruits. Workshops of different sizes have been found in several locations. They go from small ones used to mold mortar rounds to larger scale production facilities like this one inside Mosul. But perhaps more interesting is this certificate issued by the military production unit of ISIL. It suggests that the armed group's war effort is centrally managed.
It's consistent and organized, and it's kind of unprecedented as far as the scope of what they're creating and the ability to store it and move it and produce this variety, of different sizes.
The amount of both unfinished and ready-to-use mortar and rocket rounds discovered so far is huge. These findings led investigators to conclude that overall production of weapons by ISIL in the months leading to the Mosul offensive runs into the tens of thousands. HODA ABDEL, HAMID, ALJAZEERA, Eastern Mosul.